Alright, we'll play first again. Awkward hand is awkward. I don't think we can keep this one land, even though we do have Dryad Militant. I guess drawing a couple lands gives us a bit to do, but I don't know. Like, this is pretty sketchy. We need to draw a blue land to even have a chance. Pretty bad draws, though. This one's okay, but not good. Prefer to have 2 planes instead of 2 islands, but I guess we'll keep it. Having to mull every single game is not the greatest. Dredge, Keening Apparition. Alright, I guess we'll pass here. If he wants to waste Giant Growth to kill Concordia Pegasus, I'm okay with that. Selesny's Sentry. Yucky. Okay, well, I'm going to dig for a land here. Don't get it. Pass. Detain for a detain. Alright, so this guy seems pretty aggressive. Runewing is a fairly decent draw here. If we are able to trade with his Selesnya Sentry, I'd be happy with that. I mean, he's probably just going to attack in here with everything. And he probably has Giant Gross in hand, so... Oh. Him not attacking with that makes me seem like he doesn't have it. Maybe he doesn't want me to think he has it. I'm blocking either way, so it's kind of a moot point. So definitely block there, I guess, and then here. At this point, we're just trying to make up, tempo. If we can get a plains and then an island. So, I mean, he had that. I don't know why he just wouldn't bash in with the... whatever. Alright, time to start throwing down mad blockers. Get out of here, Selesnya Sentry. Luckily, he doesn't have profitable attacks here. Rubbleback Rhino, we can deal with. Okay, I guess we'll just bounce Rubbleback Rhino. Oh, I guess not, because we can't. Okay, I guess we'll bounce Dredge Beetle. I don't think it matters which one. I honestly want to get the blockers down more than anything, just so we stop the beats. One more land, we can get down Skywatch and hopefully start attacking. Selesnya Sentry, not a big deal. Sunspire Griffin, more of a big deal. Alright, well, this essentially does the same thing. Let's see, I guess we will lock down the Selesnya Sentry. Probably doesn't matter either way. Yeah. Now, do we want to bounce the Void Wielder? We probably don't. The Fairy Imposter can't really get in anyways, so that's not that exciting. And this way, we have both of our Void Wielders to block the ground guys. If we get another land and we can just replay Void Wielder in one turn, I'm much more on board with doing that. Plains. Hooray! Alright, so here I think we bash in with our unblockable, hit him for 2, and we'll just play Skywatch since that gives us a big beater in the air, and we can lock down, I don't know, probably the Selesnya Sentry. Him having 3 Giant Gross is a little scary. That's also really scary, for the record. Hopefully we can just out-tempo him now. Does he have Giant Growth here for our 3/3? Does not appear to have it. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We probably want to bounce this guy. because he's way scary. So we can play Fairy Imposter, get back Void Wielder, and bounce it. Seems like a reasonable play. Not sure how we're going to deal with a Dead Bridge Goliath just yet. A martial law would help a lot. Alright, now he's just trying to end the game, I think. He sees the inevitable. Okay, so also he might have just drawn a pump spell. How are we blocking here? I think that definitely goes there. This probably goes here. We could put that there. We could trade the Fairy Imposter for the Keening Apparition. We do take 5 this way, which isn't good for us. But this is probably the best. Alternatively, we could double block the Griffin to kill it, but we can play Sunspire Griffin next turn to block it. So I think those are probably our best blocks. Honestly, he probably has Giant Growth, and he's going to kill at least one of our dudes, the Void Wielder. Maybe he'll save his 2/1. Chorus of Might? That would be like pretty crushing. Yep. Ouch. Does that kill us? No, we're at 2 now. Plains was not a good draw. Alright. So we have to kill him. I mean, at least with the Plains we can play both of our guys, so there's that, I suppose. Losing the Void Wielder is also pretty painful. So we're at 2, so we have to like literally block every single thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can attack with one thing. It's not very good. If we're going to attack with one thing, I guess it's the Skywatch. And now we can play Keening Apparition and Sunspire Griffin. Hooray. He's going to bash him with the whole team now. Probably lost. We drew a lot of lands. I guess so did he, but I think we drew more. Did we? I guess we drew the same amount. Chorus of Might was pretty crushing. Let's see here. To try and make these in any way favorable for us, I guess we want to put a 2/2 on this thing, and then a 2/1 on that thing, or actually maybe like this, and then like that, and then the Void Wielder there, and then there. Man, if we had Cyclonic Rift in our deck, we might actually have a chance. Looks like he's probably just regenning his Sentry here. I don't know if he has Pump or not. Okay. Void Wielder was a good draw. So we can bounce. What do we bounce? Interesting. We can hit him for 5 here and probably bounce something. And then at least we have an out. I guess we just bounce the Dead Bridge Goliath. It's the thing we can't block profitably. And now we hit him for 5. This gives us 3 blockers, one of which flies for his flyer. And now he can replay the Goliath and he can play whatever he drew. And if we draw either, I guess, a Fairy Imposter or an Inaction Injunction, no, we already played that. Not sure what else we could draw. See what he does. He can't like even attack profitably there. Ugh. Alright. So now I think we just hit with our Skywatch. He probably just takes it. And now we have 4 on 4, so hopefully he didn't draw a creature or a pump spell. We might be out of this if he doesn't have any removal. Because next turn we have 2 lethal guys in the air, and he only has 1 blocker, and we can chump all of his things appropriately this turn. He could also scavenge, but I don't. Oh, I guess no, that wouldn't be an out either. Yeah. All right, cool. We got there. On to game 3. I don't think, is there anything I want to sideboard against him? Not so much. The downsides didn't even come up, but I guess it could be relevant if he's just playing a ton of like dorks and trying to Zergus like that. I think the downsides might actually be playable against him. I don't think the doorkeepers would be. Let me see. I mean, they block a lot of his stuff, I suppose. The army guard like blocks him and eats him though, which I like a lot. Same thing with the Hussar Patrol. Yeah, I think this is probably fine.